Hey boys, welcome back to some NRL SUPERCOACH 2018 season preview, review, whatever you want to call it. It's gonna be the round 9 review and round 10 preview. So we actually had a pretty good week. Boy oh boy, the potential was there to get a massive score, but a couple of letdowns screwed us. But I can't be too disappointed. We did end up with I'll have a quick look. Where is round 9? I think we got 11-25, which I'll go to like the lobby to see the overall positions, but pretty good. We're 7-0. I'm surprised. Honestly, I'm surprised. We've been a bit lucky with some of our games. There were a couple of people that beat me on the score. Yeah, a couple of guys. Yeah, someone with 1155, 1168, 1161. So yeah, a couple of guys had good weeks, and it was a week where some big names stood up. So let's go through. Damien Cook 92, Cody Walker 74, Tamalolo 94, Kickow 65, Thurston 61, Jordan Rapana. He got, oh boy, I captained Rapana. I captained him. And I mean, this was like a big gamble, I'm not going to lie. And it paid off. It paid off. If I look at some of the other players, I'm like, he didn't do quite as well. I mean, obviously, Cook, Tamalolo, Fafita all would have got more points. But I can't be disappointed. 166. I thought he would have got more because I was looking at I didn't see the game. But obviously, they're taking on the Titans. The Raiders usually play well against the Titans. And I looked at the stats and it looked like I thought it showed he did like 3 line breaks. He got a try, a few tackle busts. I thought he was going to get like over 100 easy, but he got 84. But still, I mean, it's still good. Not gonna be disappointed. The gamble paid off. Jared Croker 58, Jai Arrow, one of our disappointments. Unfortunately, Arrow picked up a rib injury and he's going to be out for, well, there was talks he was going to be back like potentially this week. I think he's been ruled out for this week. So hopefully he's back next week. I'm not going to trade Arrow because he is just a really good player. And I think it's just a wasted trade because he is one of the best back rowers. So I don't see the point in trading him, especially because my team, I'm not really worried with injuries. I've been pretty lucky with injuries, so pretty decent there. Tohu Harris was back. He got 58, pretty decent. Andrew Fafita just oh man, Fafita is actually killing it. 104. It's gonna be a tough choice. I'm probably not gonna captain Fafita this week because Gallen is back. I still think Fafita will go well, but he's not going to, I'm probably thinking I'm going to captain Tamalolo because he's probably more likely to get like an 80 point game, but the captain choice is always, it's so tough, dude. Mitchell Moses 46, I'm pretty happy with, the roller coaster. Well, he's starting to level out. He's starting to level out and get like 50s, 60s, so yeah, it's starting to pay off. Cameron Smith, the other bigger letdown, he got 30 points. Man, this is another game I didn't actually get to watch this. Obviously, the Dragon Storm game was like the biggest talk, like everyone was talking it up, but I didn't get a chance to watch it. But I looked at the stats and I thought Smith must have got injured because by like 70 minutes or whatever it was, he only made like 20 odd tackles, like maybe like 1 run, and I thought he's injured, he's gone, but he played the whole game. He got 30 points, just terrible. He's, man, oh man, I just looked back at the start of the season. I wasn't going to get Smith, but I ended up getting him, and it was a big mistake. It was a mistake spending all that money for Smith. Jake Trbojevic bounced back, 88. He's looking very, very solid. Obviously, he's going to be out for round 13 with Origin, but I mean, he's still playing well. Ryan Madison, 48. Obviously not that great, but he didn't do any runs. He basically, all the points were in tackles. He basically didn't touch the ball, which was just infuriating. But the Roosters just played bad in general, honestly. they did win, didn't they? Who did they verse? The Roosters? Who'd they verse? God, I can't remember. They did win though. Just. I can't even think. Jesus. Tedesco 48, again, not too good. Latrell Mitchell 39, not too good. And Tom Trbojevic 37, not too good. So, oh yeah, they versus Seagulls, of course. Seagulls, Roosters. Pretty much all those players went bad, apart from like Tapau went awesome, and a couple of Roosters that you wouldn't have had. But yeah, so the final game was the Roosters Seagulls, and I was projected to get like over 1,200, but the only person that went any good from that game was Jake Trbojevic. The rest of them went well below their projected, so that screwed me. But you know, that's what happens. And then our non-playing guys, Jermaine Azarko 48, still going decently. George Jennings 33. Sorensen unfortunately got injured, so that's a bit of a blow for us, because he was going to be a good, you know, cash cow and also a little bit of cover for round 13, but who knows, he might not even get back in the team now. Mitch Orbison 25. I mean, he's not going great, but he's still a good pickup for what happened. So let's have a look. Let's go to the lobby, look at our rankings. So 1125, top 9%. Overall score 9,236, average of 1,026, averaging over 1,000. Going to be fairly happy with it. In the season rank, our rank, we did improve 834 places. We're now 2,916, which I'm pretty happy with. And it feels like it's going pretty well. Yeah, we're doing pretty decently. So let's have a look at the team, how it's going to line up this week. So obviously Smith, Cook, they're my mainstays. Front row, Fafita, Kickow going nicely. These two, obviously Tanganoa, Liam Knight, still a little bit of a worry because they both aren't playing. Tanganoa is such a disappointment, dude. He was going well, but doing his ACL, disappointing. But yeah, there's one trade I'm thinking of, and it is Tanganoa for Payne Haas, because apparently Payne Haas is going to play this week. I don't think he's going to make heaps of cash, but he is playing. So yeah, I'm thinking about that trade. But there's one definite trade I'm making. Back row, Tamalolo. I'll probably just chuck the C on him right now. I'm not going to go with Rapana again. Tamalolo, Harris, Trbojevic, very strong. Obviously, Arrow is out injured. Mitch Orbison, Sorensen is also out injured. We brought him in. He made 54k. You know, it's a bit of a wasted trade, but hopefully he comes back sooner rather than later and plays a few more games. We'll see though. Thurston, half, Croker. I guess Croker, we've had a couple of injuries actually, so Croker's obviously out for the season as well. I will eventually have to trade him out, but there's no one really that interested in picking up at the moment, so I'm just sort of waiting for that. There's no big rush at the moment, because obviously Cody Walker, my other 5'8", and then I also have Mitchell Moses, who can... Oh, he can't actually... Yeah, that's actually a bit of a bummer. I thought I could switch Walker or Moses for Thurston, but they can't actually switch, which is annoying. But, you know, Thurston's still playing, so that's fine. And then the back line, Ryan Madison, Mitchell, Rapana, Croker, Trbojevic, and Zarko, Jennings, Katoa, Tedesco. I really hope... I don't think he's going to, but it's so annoying. Katoa, start of the year, he was primed to be like the cheapies of the year, or one of them. He broke his jaw, and now he can't get back in the team. So, yeah, I really hope he gets some games. Just, yeah, hoping. But, yeah, so the trade I think I'm definitely going to make is Azarko to Mahe Fanua. I'm definitely getting Fanua in, and I think Azarko, so as you see, he got 48 points. He's averaging 45, and his price, basically, that's his price. 400k. Obviously, if he gets like a big score, if he gets like an 80 plus score, his price is going to increase again. But if he gets obviously below like 40, it's going to start going down. If he stays around 40, 50, it'll stay around that price. So he's peaked. So it's probably the right time to switch him out. He's not playing round 13. And, you know, Mahe Fanua, he's 260k. So I'm going to free up a lot of cash. And it's just it's a good pickup because Mahe Fanua is honestly a starting player. Because what I could, honestly, this is why it's so good having Orbison, because what I could do is Mahe Fanua, actually it doesn't really matter in this situation because he's just going to be a reserve, but if I needed to, I could switch like Mitch Orbison for Madison, and then Mahe Fanua could come on the field instead of Orbison, but obviously my back row is already there, so I just have to put like the reserve on Mahe. But Fanua, he's just a solid player. Obviously, he's averaging well because he's got a couple of tries, but he runs the ball a lot. He's strong defensively and he breaks tackles, gets a couple offloads. He's gonna be a good point scorer. And then the other trade, so there's a couple I'm thinking of. Obviously, like I said, Tanganoa for potentially Payne Haas, and then obviously the other guy, the other cheapie is Reece Martin, Reece Martin, my boy. I used to play footy. He was we were in the same team in juniors, so it's awesome to see him finally crack the top grade. He's an absolute beast, so it's really cool to see. Actually, if you go back to the start of the year, probably like the first team I made, I actually had Reece Martin in my back row because obviously, you know, I know him and I know how good he is, and I just had him in the team just because I thought he might play, and I think he should have played, but he's finally got his chance. He was awesome in the World Cup for Papua New Guinea as well, so I mean he's got some form. But the problem is that he's not a front row. He's obviously just back row, and I don't want to trade Sorensen out. I don't really want to trade Orbison. I'm obviously not going to trade Jai Arrow. And I can't trade the front rowers. I could. No, I can't even, I can't switch, which is annoying. So, but the good thing is, Reece Martin, it's only going to be his second game, and obviously price has only changed 3 weeks or 3 games, so you don't have to get him this week. You can wait to see how he goes this week, and then next week his price will increase. So it's not a big issue, but I'm thinking Tanganoa for Payne Haas. It'll free up a little bit of cash. Like that'll even be like 50k as well. So what's that, like 100, 140, 190, like 190k cash. I got 22, so like 200,000 cash freed up for another trade potentially, and then I could eventually get rid of Croker for someone potentially. Not swap. Actually, can I wait? Oh, I can actually switch them. Okay, okay, that makes sense. I can switch Croker and Moses, and then Moses can switch for Thurston. It's not a big deal, but it's neat to have. But who? I guess the other one here, Croker. Are there any? Who can I actually pick up? So obviously it has to be a cheapie. I mean, 297 it's a bit of cash. I mean, obviously probably. You know, Cherry Evans is a guy I'd potentially want. Like he's going pretty well this year. His price is pretty low, 471. I mean, he's averaging 57. Luke Brooks, 558. He's only averaging 57 as well. Ben Hunt is only averaging 62. He's 587. Corey Norman, 50. Sometimes the averages are very confusing for me because like the averages are like the same, but the prices are so different. It's crazy. Obviously, Johnson is the best. He's the pinnacle, but he's too expensive. But if I freed up the cash, you know, 200 odd K, I could potentially almost get Cherry Evans, who I think is actually a decent pickup. But let's have a look. Are there any cheapies coming through? I know there's a little bit of talk around a couple of them. Let's have a quick look. I mean, Tamari Martin, there was talks that he could potentially play 5'8", with Morgan going to fullback. Obviously, that didn't happen. I was hoping that would happen because Martin would have been a certain pickup. And then we start getting a little bit more expensive. Kurt Mann obviously wouldn't get. Godinay, no. Kane LG, goodness. God, no. Carl Lawson. Oh, this... Honestly, that could be a decent pickup. I'm not going to lie. Carl Lawson, obviously Luke is out. I don't know. I'll have a look at that. I might not do it this week because I don't need to do it this week again. Lawton's got 86, but his price isn't going to increase next week. It's going to be a week after, so you can wait. And I'm not going to play Lawton anyway. So, but I'll have to check. Like, it looked like Luke dislocated his shoulder in that game. I'm not too sure. You know, a dislocated shoulder is like it doesn't see, like, it's a pretty common thing to happen. Like, I've dislocated my shoulder and stuff, but it puts you out for like a fair while. Like, you see like footy guys that you dislocate, like dislocations, like, you know, 4 to 6 weeks. Like, it's a fair bit of time. And I think Lawton's going to play dummy half, play 80 minutes. Like, he could be a decent pickup. And then, I mean, Trent Hodgkinson, no. Jeremy Marshall King, I don't really want to get. See, I mean, there's Cooper Cronk's like so low, dude. Good lord, he's having a rough season. But yeah, there's just no one. Yeah, there's really no one that's like standing out as someone to pick up. That's the reason I've kept Lachlan Croker. But yeah, someone just having a look at that. Carl Lawton, he's actually a sneaky pickup that could be decent. So I'll have a look, see how long Luke's out, and see if I don't even know if Carl Lawton, I'm assuming he's going to be the starting dummy half, so it could be a decent pickup. But yeah, that's the team. Like I said, I'm definitely trading Izarko out for Nua, and that's pretty much it. I might, because the thing is, like, I want to start saving trades. Like, I've been able to save, I think, one trade, which is not great, but I'm sort of like, I wouldn't mind getting Payne Haas in because he'll probably start going up in price, and he is a beast because, like, he's a monster. He's so good, and, you know, if he gets some more minutes, he's gonna make some cash. But I could save a trade this week and maybe just get him next week. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll just bite the bullet, pick him up. You know, I shouldn't worry too much about the trades, because if it starts getting down low, hopefully the team will be sorted by then. But yeah, that's what's going to happen. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the series. Make sure to like, and I will see you in the next one.